What's up, you guys? I'm out in the desert today. So last week, if you guys saw the video, I installed some control arms in the rear of the Lexus here. Uppers, lowers, and an adjustable track bar. So I set it down on the ground this week, got it all torqued and tightened up. Now I'm out kind of giving it a rundown because you want to go use it. They say if you're gonna, drive on the road for 500 miles, but if you go take it off road pretty good, then you can recheck everything, make sure everything stayed cool. Now I came out into one of my desert areas. I haven't been here for a while because it's been, summertime, super hot. Because this year we got record rainfall, monsoons. It's actually, they're reporting something like top 5 all-time amount of rainfall, which is good. What I didn't think about was the effect that it would have out here in the desert, because most people kind of stay away from this area here in the monsoons. And what it did was, this area had some pretty cool ruts, like some nice ruts to go through and kind of flex and articulate your truck. They're a little bit bigger now, especially coming in on the regular road. So I'm on a little section here. I'm gonna drive all the way down through here and come back up. We'll try and see how this thing does, see if there's, I don't know if there's gonna be any feel of a difference. There's a lot more strength going on, but kind of feels like I'm gonna tip over here. I think my back wheel is off the ground. I can't even open the door. There's these giant prehistoric grasshoppers out here. They're like 2.5, 3 inches long. Tried to walk up on one to get a picture of it, but they hop like 6 feet in the air, but I don't know if they can fly or something. It's pretty crazy how big they're all over the place. It happens every year. Oh, there's a little hill climb here. Couldn't see over the top. Ooh, nice view from up here. The reward for a little hill climb is some nice cooler breezes. It's actually really nice today, 75 degrees. In the high desert like this is perfect off-roading weather. But the black bear's doing good. It's I put a camera up underneath, mounted it to where like the spare tire goes, facing the rear axle, so might have got some cool shots from that. I think there's only 1 or 2 times that the traction control kicked in, and that's just because I had a wheel off the ground. Ooh, look at that nasty thing. It's a baby version of the ones that are flying around here. It's about half the size of them. Look and see how the back is working here. Can't really see in there, it's too bright. I don't have anything in here today, but if you remember, if you saw my video about this box, I had my traction boards sitting up against there, and then right here with this thing I had my big toolbox. Well, since that video I have reorganized my tools into this little guy. So everything I need is in here. Hopefully I don't need any of that. I got my bottle jack in there, my shovel, my spare tire. And then I took the traction boards and mounted them up here. I had to go to Ace Hardware and get some of that. This is like that not flexible, but it's not PVC. You can actually kind of bend it on a large radius, but it's water pipe for like water systems at like off-grid houses. But look at this. I mean, these things are on here. I can shake the whole truck with them. And I've got actually 4 up here. I was only carrying 2. These are the cheap, you know, Amazon ones. Look, I know Max Tracks are like the best, and they're the best for a good reason. And traditionally, I am all for that, right? Look, I've been off-roading all my life, and I've never used traction boards, right? I've never used them. I've gotten stuck a fair amount. I got stuck a lot more. That wind is blowing. I got stuck a lot more when I had less capable vehicles, right? And then the Jeep's got the winch and everything on it. I've never used traction boards with the Jeep. But with this, I don't have a winch on it, and it doesn't have lockers, so I figured I'll get some traction boards. But my first go at it, I'm not going to throw this. Right here would be $650 if these were Max Tracks, because they're $325 for 2, so you got to double that. So I got these are X-Bull brand. I don't know, if they break, they break, right? Even if they crack and break when I'm using them, they should get me out, and then I can reevaluate how important they are to me. And then like right here, I put on this is for my big shovel here and here, and then I put these brackets here came with my little setup here for an awning. So I put the awning brackets on. And I did get an awning. The story behind the awning is this. This is an awning that I saw a few years ago, someone in Australia using it, and it was everything that I wanted my awning to be that's on the Jeep. So my awning on the Jeep is a really nice awning, very expensive, easy on, right? 270, you know, the type that wrap around the side and around the back. So it's 270 awning. It's great, except you have to drop the legs on it, right? Which isn't that big of a deal. That one has an extra extension that pushes kind of forward to make the 90 off the driver's door. And that's, I wish it would, there's a Manta and a Batwing. There's two different versions. And the one I got, and I didn't realize it at the time, had this extra fold out. And I don't like the extra fold out because it's one more leg and it's like an extension where you have to like extend the rod and twist it. So anyway, long story long, I had my eye on this other one. It was a Bush Company awning. And the funny thing is, I believe the guy is South African, but he lives in Australia. So it's an Australian company, but the awnings are made in South Africa. So, and I'm in the US. So if you combine South Africa, Australia, and the US, you're talking about definitely the top three of off-road overland touring type places as far as equipment goes. And so I thought that was kind of cool. But I had my eye on it for a few years. One of the distributors in Las Vegas had it in stock. It was a good price, so I got it. So I wasn't sure if I was going to mount this awning on the Lexus or on the 80. I'm pretty sure I was going to put it on the 80 because it's big. It's long. It's long, and I don't have a roof rack on here, and I have no intention of putting a roof rack on this other than what I have there. And what I have there is the crossbars. There's 5 like beefy crossbars that you can bolt stuff to, and it's a pretty good setup. It's from Rego Fabrication out of Texas. Got that when I first got this thing. And I am planning on putting an awning on, a rack on the 80 because the rack that's up there is in pretty bad shape. Plus, to be able to put some stuff up there, even though I thought I was going to mount the awning to this, the difference with this awning is there's no holes in the bag. And what you do is you put it up there, you get all your brackets lined up, you bolt it up. Now you make sure it's all in the right spot, right? Now everything's bolted. So then you lock off the nuts that are coming from the awning that go through the brackets on the car. And then you make a little X mark on from the outside because you can feel where the bolt is. And then you just push the cover over that bolt. And then it pinches that in between the bracket that's on your vehicle and the bracket that makes up the frame of the awning. And it seals it up. So there's not like this weird, the cover is completely sealed at that point. Well, the problem is the awning brackets aren't going to be the same here as they are on the 80. Here they're pretty close together. I only have about 3.5 feet, which isn't enough for that length of awning. First off, I could probably get away with it, but I'm not going to cut holes for it here and then have to cut another set of holes for the 80. So I just wrapped it back in plastic, put it in the corner of the garage, and later on down the line, when I actually get it figured out what I'm going to do with the 80, then I'll be able to use that awning. I know that seems stupid, but I didn't actually know about the bag, but it's okay. It's all right. I'll figure something else out. Probably a tarp for this.